Hello everybody, it's the Historical Gamer once again, and today we're going to be playing Valiant Hearts 2, otherwise known as Valiant Hearts Coming Home. This is a game which I believe came out like last week. I think it was like February 6th or 8th or something like that, but it is the sequel to the original Valiant Hearts. For those of you who are unfamiliar, Valiant Hearts is kind of a 2D side-scrolling comic war game, like comic not as in haha funny, like comic book style, like art style game. It was a game that covered World War I from 1914 to 1917, primarily from the point of view of the French. It followed the main character was Emil, and then there were side characters. I forget, like Fritz or Frederick or whatever was a German character in there. His daughter played a role, and then also just a couple other folks. The dog here on the screen is returning from the previous game. The game ended in a very emotional ending and set the stage for the sequel, which has just come out. I believe Valiant Hearts came out like 10 years ago, or maybe it was 9 years ago. I think it was in 2014. It was a while ago, but I would still say of any of the games I've played in the last 10 years now, Valiant Hearts is one of the best. I would argue that it is a game that definitely is art. It shows you what games can do. It shows you that they can have an emotional connection. And what also really set it apart was kind of the historical nature of, like, this was a game that was fundamentally a side-scrolling game. There weren't, varying storylines or things you could change. But what was really unique about it was as you went through the game, as you went through the war, you would come upon different objects that would be period appropriate for that particular battle, that particular moment. And you would run into those objects and you could pick them up and you'd be able to read the story about the object, whether it was a canteen or, a medic pack or a letter from a soldier home. And the letters were one of those really emotional things that the game sort of told these stories from the point of view of the soldiers going through those different moments in the war. And so that game has a sequel now. It's Valiant Hearts Coming Home. Now, you may have missed it. They actually announced it originally at the Gaming Awards show a couple of months ago. And I didn't even know it had come out yet, but that's probably because it is a Netflix exclusive. And what I mean by that is Netflix now has a gaming division, which is partnering with different developers so that you can download the game on iPad, on iPhone, Android, or tablet. If you download the game from the marketplace, it's free, but in order to play the game, you're kind of behind not a paywall, but you have to log into your Netflix account in order to actually play the game. I don't love this approach for gaming like this. I want people to play Valiant Hearts 2 because Valiant Hearts 1 was so good and you can still get that on Steam. But Valiant Hearts 2, at least for the moment, is restricted only to Netflix members and unfortunately only to tablets and phones at the moment. I don't think you can play it on PC. It's certainly not on Steam yet, but my hope is it's a timed exclusive and at some point in the future it'll come to other platforms. We're going to go ahead and play this. I have not played a game on my channel on tablet or phone in a long, long time. I have done it. I had the equipment to do it. So we'll see how this plays. So you can see this is the home screen. We'll just go ahead and tap and we will jump in. So here's the main screen and we're going to go ahead and start a new game. I did play like 20 seconds of it just to kind of see. It looks like we'll lose our progression. By the way, so there's different collectibles. This is what I'm talking about where you can see on this screen here, the collectibles. Wish I could hover a mouse over it, but I can't because of the whatever. Which I'm assuming are the different things you're going to run into that'll tell the story, different chapters and episodes. I guess we can just tap that. It looks like it's a game with presumably 3 chapters. And maybe 5 or so episodes a chapter, roughly, or maybe more in certain chapters. So let's go ahead and jump in. New game confirm. This game saves data automatically at certain points. Do not quit the application when following the icon, blah, blah, blah. Why no face cam? Because I don't do face cam, sleepy dude. At least I haven't before. The Meuse-Argonne Offensive, France, September 26th, 1918. Okay, so the Meuse-Argonne Offensive was sort of the Americans' big push at the very end of the war. It was really the main American offensive in the war. But we're going to go ahead and it's just giving us directions to sort of drag our finger along the screen to move our character. It looks like we're playing the role of the brother of the main character, or one of the main characters from the previous one. The guy in the cap, who's not in the American outfit, is our brother, I'm assuming. You can see here there's little red circles that indicate where shells are going to hit. Again, this is a side-scrolling sort of comic-type game, comic book style game. And there you go. There was a grenade that was tossed, and it looks like our brother is shoving us out of the way. And who knows if we will survive. It's a little frustrating because I can't actually hear the gameplay in my ear here.
The last 3
years of war have shown no mercy. Okay, so it's doing a little bit of flashback, kind of introducing you to the situation.
Leaving behind mountains of casualties and many more broken souls. The United States till now had remained neutral.
So it's introducing America's entry into the war, economic pressures, Germany's unrestricted submarine warfare
finally
awakens a sleeping giant.
On April 6, 1917,
and so the U.S. is going to war.
The United States declares war on Germany. Within months of the declaration, the U.S. Army launched the first
So we're drafting soldiers, the first universal
draft?
Despite
enduring segregation in their own country, over 360,000
Does universal mean based on, like, doesn't matter if you're black or white or anything? I don't know what that means, because we did have a draft in the Civil War.
As heroes. James.
Okay, and James is our brother. Now, I don't know if these voice actors are the same. The intro voice actor for, like, the narrator, he sounded similar to what was in the previous game. I don't remember the voices of James or his brother in the first game. James is a very, very minor character. You only kind of get a glimpse of him. You know, his brother is writing him letters throughout much of the first game, but you don't actually see him except at the very end, pretty much.
We wallow in the trenches, in the mud among the rats and the dead bodies.
And I hope the visual is okay, guys. When I was pulling this off the iPad, it had this weird, like, windowed version, I think because the resolution is different. But I was able to get it out to kind of be pretty much full screen, except that, well, it stretched it a bit, probably unnaturally. So I hope things look okay and not too warped.
Stay home, Freddy.
I've considered it sleepy, but not tonight. Okay, so presumably we're in boot camp here. Got a drill instructor or drill sergeant. Okay. So he's yelling at us. Training Camp United States. It's July of 1917. Let's walk back this way. Oh, we can't go that way. What's this? Entry of the United States into the First World War. The United States entered World War I in April 1917, more than 2.5 years after the war began in Europe. President Woodrow Wilson tried to remain out of the war for as long as possible, and public opinion remained largely against U.S. interventionism until the beginning of 1917. Unrestricted submarine warfare, as well as the Zimmerman telegram, pushed the American government into joining the war. So you've got a whole bunch of information here. Selective Service and Draft Act. Basically, this is the draft. And it included African-American men. Okay. Which obviously our character is African-American. His brother wasn't the first one. Okay. And gives you a little bit of information here about segregation. Military camps are segregated. That is true. They were not, the military wasn't integrated until after Korea. I'm assuming, I know that African Americans had combat units in World War I, but I wonder what the percentage of soldiers who served were actually allowed to fight versus like labor battalions and stuff like that. But I know there were a couple of very famous African American units. But a lot of times, especially in the Civil War, you saw that where a lot of African American soldiers were not allowed to fight. Not by policy, actually. It was just sort of the military basically refused to put a lot of them into combat, at least initially. They softened on that later in the war. But the movie Glory kind of touches on that a bit. So early days of the 15th, the 105th, or the 15th New York National Guard Regiment was an infantry regiment from New York State. I'm assuming that's going to be our unit. The regiment consisted of mainly African-American soldiers, but included men from other countries such as Puerto Rico, Cuba, and Ghana. They're mostly led by white commissioned officers. That kind of matches how the Civil War unfolded with white officers and African-American soldiers, including African-American commissioned officers. After completing their training in New York with limited equipment, the 15th was integrated into the U.S. Army and finally got proper equipment, 1 gun per soldier. They then traveled to South Wadsworth Camp, but couldn't complete their training due to high racial tensions in the local population. They were sent to war shortly thereafter. Okay. So those are some of the different like things that pop up. We haven't really uncovered any objects yet, so we'll take a look at that a little bit later, and then there will be diary entries as well. So let's get back to the game here. So the game wants me to move to the right. Trying to keep my eyes peeled for any objects we might pick up. Okay. Gonna guess they're not gonna let me in here. Yep. Okay. So it's a whites only section versus an African American section. Okay. Where am I supposed to go? We're gonna go get. I'm assuming we're gonna go put this uniform on. You like his clarinet? Yeah, it's pretty sweet. All right, so we've got our outfit on here. Let's take a look at what this is. I'm guessing this is some kind of bulletin. Why is it not? Trying to tap it. There we go. And so this is an object that we picked up along the way, and I'm guessing we can see this somewhere. Objects, draft card. So this is an example of a draft registration card that you'll see there. So example sort of how the story is told from the point of view of objects, if you will. We're equipped with a broom. It could just be a limitation of not enough equipment, or it could be because, you know, because we're being discriminated against. Oh, okay. I'm facing the wrong direction. Yeah. Let's beat those sacks with our broom. Because that's how you fight. What am I supposed to do? I didn't even see what it wanted me to do. Oh no. Oh, I'm gonna throw a brick. What the fuck? Yeah, that's training. Also, that's obviously it's showing you that the white soldier there has a gun. Don't. Pick up that brick. Oh, I missed. So this is supposed to be like a grenade? Oh, okay, so you just drag your finger to aim. Got it. Man, I really wish I just had a controller. I don't know what the snake means. Push this box. Okay. Well, I'm sweeping the ground? But it's dirt, sir. You want me to sweep around the dirt?
Dear Freddy, it's good to hear from you. Sorry to disappoint, but it looks like I'm following you around again. I've already enlisted with the 15th New York National Guard Regiment, or the old 15th, as they call us. We're done with our training and on our way to the front. We'll sail from New York to France. We're on our way to help you win the war.
That battleship could use some better art.
I can take care of myself just fine. Your little brother, James.
James, you have no idea what you're in for. Be glad you're not mopping rain. That sounds like something the military
April
would do,
9th,
irrespective of
1917,
anything.
Vimy Ridge. This geographic stronghold, held by the Germans since the early days of the war, remained impenetrable. In the latest attempt to break through the German defenses, ground forces were ordered to team up with the British Royal Flying Corps.
Vimy Ridge. Didn't the Canadians take Vimy Ridge? They'll be home by Christmas, I'm sure.
Before launching the attack, the soldiers were given a moment to write to their loved ones.
It's time to go. Survive.
Aim.
Oh, okay. So this isn't going to be a comic book villain. He's going to be like some kind of flying person or whatever.
Interrupted by George's unconventional landing,
That's called a crash.
Freddy soon learned that his unit was going to take part in the operation and be paired up with the peculiar British pilot, now grounded and without a plane to fly.
Dude looks like he'd be pretty warm in there, don't you think?
10 hot. Oh, ready?
You can do it. Ah. Oh, so we're going to play as this guy. All right, what other objects here? Aviation and aircraft. So we're not going to read through all of these, but you can obviously see here, game gives you a brief overview of some aircraft and some information, some famous air units, and then the ACE system and, you know, whatever. No objects here yet. Diary entries. So I'm so sorry that you lost in this god-awful... I'm so sorry I lost you in this god-awful war. I've got to get this right for you and our country. I watched you flying flawlessly for years. I know you'll be able to fly. I'll be able to fly like you one day. It's in my blood now. It's time to keep flying. Proud. Who is this letter to? We don't even have a name for this guy? Or no, it was George, right? All right, so the diary entries from both Freddy and I think George. Why is it still... telling me there's stuff to look at? It's got an exclamation point here. Okay. So we'll sad scroll our way forwards. Exclamation point. What am I doing? Oh, wait. I don't know what that is, but I'm going to grab it. Okay, we're going to go into the hangar. I guess we're going to have to, like, jump up on there and flip that lever. Can I get up there? Doesn't look like it. So we need to get this engine. Propeller. So the engine needs to get here. We're probably going to have to use that crane, I'm assuming. So it's kind of like a puzzle game. Oops. We'll have to put the engine into the plane. So how do we get up there? Maybe there's a crate I can get outside the hangar and push it in there. Ooh, that looks like a flower. Usually it doesn't let you like go way off track. So I'm guessing I'm supposed to go this way and find something. There's a scarf. Oh, there's the propeller that we need. So So we're totally gonna end up finding like a box or something to... What do you even do with that? What do I do? Can I climb over this? Oh, throw it. Hey, we got the propeller. Bring it back to the hangar now, boys. Gotta love World War I, waving at each other, shaking fists, shooting pistols. That's certainly how it started. Alright, that aircraft looks okay. How do I get up there? I'm guessing I need that box, right? Did I go in the wrong hangar? I did. But that might be useful. Well, we've got the... I'm assuming I can't carry more than just the propeller at the moment. So we'll put the propeller on the aircraft. So that's the first thing that we got done. Now we got to figure out how to get this engine brought over there. Oh, I didn't mean... Oh, nice. Okay. That was not what I meant to do. But we'll do it. We'll climb the ladder. Alright, so the gear, we need to get the engine here. Whoa. Alright, we'll swing this over here. And... drop. Yeah, good job, sir. Or soldier. Mysterious man in his mysterious outfit. Alright, now let's go to that other hangar and pick up what I'm assuming is the final piece to fix our flying machine. Let's also pick this up because I'm guessing I'm gonna have to throw something. Okay. There's probably another ladder I've gotta... No! It didn't work! How do I... drag it over this way? Ooh! I should go check out those wings. Alright, before we go do that, let's go pick that object up. We've got our flying wings. So it looks like we've got 3 of the 5 objects for this particular spot on the map. So there's definitely some stuff we're missing. But I'm not a completionist. I'm okay missing it. Oh. These controls suck. And down the ladder we go. That should be the last thing we need. God damn it. To get this aircraft going. Okay. And so this is, I mean, this is the kind of game this is. This is very much sort of a puzzle. What do I do with this? Oh, there it is. It's the landing gear. Gotcha. Now what do you want me to do? Is it, I mean, it should be a flying aircraft and we should be ready to go, right? Oh no! Go get the aircraft! It's rolling off! Ah! I'm guessing I'll get hit by these things if I'm not careful. And they'll kill me. Whoa! Run faster! Sprint, 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 sprint. Freaking incompetent. Hey, yeah, okay, it's gonna take off on its own. And there she goes. There she goes, flying into the sky. Okay. I saw an eagle. It's symbolism. America's coming. What, I have to dodge the bird? Okay. The birds are attacking! Ah! I got smoke. It's kind of a goofy mechanic, but okay. This is at Historical Gamer logging off. What? I don't know what you mean, Cody. The game is always, the original game had tremendous music. The score definitely stood out. Those frickin' Germans. What even kind of German aircraft is that? I don't recognize that. A balloon, get it! Hit it with a sidewinder! Something's bombing us. More birds! Taka. Ooh, barely missed that last one. Be fun if I could shoot back. I don't think I can though. I think this is just an obstacle course. This is chaos. Is this what air combat was really like in World War I? Ah! Ooh, that was close.
Despite his haphazard flying, George managed to pinpoint the enemy's location. He relayed the information to Freddy, who then launched the strike on the enemy cannons. But despite the triumph of reclaiming Vimy Ridge after 3 long years, their victory was marred by the dead bodies strewn across the hillside.
By the way, did you know apparently the Canadians didn't have a single gun captured in all of the First World War? And they never, actually failed to take an objective.
War, the U.S. had begun a massive mobilization in what many believed could permanently change the tide of the war.
I've been told that, anyway, Flying Scotsman. I don't know if Hauser's here, if he can confirm
Aboard
that.
the USS Pocahontas was a racially segregated unit. The Old 15th, made up almost entirely of African American soldiers. These men were sailing to Europe, ready to put their lives on the line, to prove their love for a country that didn't always love them back.
Dear Freddy, we're on our way to France. This is our first night at sea, but don't worry, me and the boys are ready. Speaking of the fellas, I lucked out and I'm getting on good with a fine bunch of them. There's Fidgety Lang Edwards, who never puts down his drumsticks. Jack Harris, our medic from Chicago. Joey Brass is from Harlem and plays.
Dude, these guys are all dead. For sure they're gonna get torpedoed or something.
We just have to make sure to get served before BB Johnson. Great guy, but
Yeah, it was mentioned in A World Undone,
I gotta go
Hauser.
now. Practice is about to start, and there's no jazz band without a clarinet. Stay safe. We'll see each other soon. Your brother, James.
Jazz band. Oh no. And now, Guitar Hero, World War I style. Ah. If you don't hit the right notes, the Germans will kill you. Ultimate quick time event. Oh god. There's 50 torpedoes listening to my decisions. They'll torpedo if I mess up. I believe it. Those Germans, they know their music, right? Certainly their military music. This is kind of a long sequence here.
As the Pocahontas continued to cross the Atlantic, their encounter with the German U-boat 155 brought them ever closer to the fight. Entering the battlegrounds of the war, their ship was spotted by Ernst.
Oh, he's from the cover art of the game. Okay. No, charcoal. 18 months before, Jutland waters. Whoa, we're going way back now.
May 31st, 1916. On land, the conflict was bogged down in trench warfare. Neither the Allies nor the Central Powers were able to make significant gains. At sea, Allied forces dominated Germany with a crippling blockade.
The Battle of Jutland.
Determined to stay away from the war, Ernst escaped to the solitude offered by the depths of the sea.
He's hiding from the
It was
war
here
beneath
below
the surface.
that he scavenged, hoping to eke out a living.
Wasn't there some of the U-1000 series, Hauser, because the Germans also like wanted to lie about how many submarines they had? Pretty sure that was also part of it. Like, oh, really? It's U-5000. Yes, we really made 5,000 U-boats. All right, let's see here. Battle of Jutland. So let's get a little right up there. Dreadnoughts. Total naval warfare. Again, you can read through that on your own time. We did get some objects in the last scene. I like being down there in the silence, busy searching for those little objects. Sometimes I get so caught up that I forget you're not gonna be there to pull me back up into the boat. Anyway, always and forever our boat. Anyway, I think I'll dive in again in the morning. Hopefully the water will be clear. Okay. Walking on the bottom of the North Sea. Soon there's gonna be dreadnoughts just falling all around me. Hey, it's an old fishing trawler. This storyline seems a little far-fetched. Charcoal, the music in these games, at least in the first one, was brilliant. Huh? Oh, it's a candle holder. Let's go scavenge. Where's his air tube? Don't ask questions. Oh no, I'm trapped. So you got the buddy system. Don't worry though, you don't have a tube, so you still got air. We're gonna have to find something to knock that ladder down, I think. This reminds me kind of the first game. There's a couple of episodes, or not episodes, but there's a couple of scenes in the first game where you're dealing with... Can I not throw that? Where you're in a... You're doing, like, it's... I think it might have actually been a Somme scenario where you're trying to... oh my god. How do I throw this damn thing? Oh, no. But in the first one, you're trying to, like, dig tunnels or whatever under the trenches. Shark attack when? Probably. Nothing happened. Oh, there it went. Cannonball! Right, let's get on the other side of this thing. Push it to that wall. Looked like there was a little ladder there. Nope, don't do that. No, I hate these controls. Tablet is not my go-to. Oh, it won't let me go. Oh, there we go. Gonna go get that magazine or whatever it is. I want to know what that is. Object. U-boat propaganda poster. In its first battle, the U-boat U-9 sank 3 warships within an hour. Yep, there were 3 obsolete British cruisers. Didn't like 1,000 sailors die in that? I'm not sure which direction is my actual direction to go. Like, I know there's... Come on. I know there's that ladder to go up, but I don't know if that's sort of a side quest or if that's part of the main quest, because we can also go inside this room. Hey, look, it's another helmet. What do I need that for? I got one now. How do we get over this? How am I supposed to... I can't get to the other side. No, that's not what I wanted to do. I'm guessing I've got to go that other way then, maybe? Yeah, okay, that's what it's gonna be. I gotta go the other way, probably climb that ladder. I'll come down right over to the right of this box that we're dragging, and then we'll climb up the box from the other side. Puzzle games. Puzzle games. Climb the ladder. Oh, we didn't go in here, did we? Man, I hate mazes. Mazes suck. Need to throw that. Hey, there we go. Jump on down. I'm gonna do that, but I guess it's just another object to get. Okay, so we'll go back the way we came. Oh, I gotta drag it back the other way, so I've got room. Oh shit! I locked my screen. All right. Up, up, down, through the door, back the way we came. Probably climb this one now because we went the other direction already. Heave. Climb that big tall ladder. Let's get, this is not worth it. We're getting a freaking candlestick holder. Like, what the hell? I guess it doesn't really matter. We got trapped, so. There it is. It's a silver candlestick holder. Oh my goodness. Never before have we witnessed such wealth. And I'm guessing that's a British battlecruiser, right? What? It's just a guy at the seafloor. Ooh. Okay. We're really gonna save a random dude on the bottom of the freaking ocean. He's gonna be dead already. Oh, I guess no. I don't have to do anything with him. Look, another person's falling. All of these people. Okay, that is not a dreadnought. That's like a Queen Mary triple stack with guns. So is this screen getting red because of all the dead bodies, or is it getting red because I'm like dying? Kind of does pose the question, what would it really be like on the seafloor when ships are sinking? I mean, presumably not this many bodies just all fallen. We made it, boys. We made it. Wait. That's below the water. How's it burning? Oh my goodness. Debrooder. Get the life jackets, maybe? Yeah, okay. Help, help, we need to lock this. Here you go. Grab a hold. You too. You'll be fine. And you, sir. Fine, sir, in the cap. What am I supposed to do with them? One over here, too, right? Here you go. Pew, pew. I see shell splashes everywhere. Oh my god, what am I doing here? Oh, it's a fishing net or something. It is onto the boat. How am I supposed to help them out again? We saved him. Oh, there's another guy? There you go. How many life vests do I have? I'm gonna be overloaded here soon. Keep going. He's got a life vest. He's fine. You're fine. Relax. I see you. I see you. Oh no, he drowned. Did I not get to him soon enough? That other guy the last one? Let's get the hell out of here. Is that incoming? Incoming shells! Look out, boys! We're being bracketed. I don't know why. Can't imagine any large warship's gonna waste shells on our ship.
Settled on the seabed, Ernst began to come to terms with the war's inevitable, all-consuming power. Defeated and alone,
we saved all those people for no reason?
Water's cold embrace tightening around him.
And on that depressing note, we're going to go ahead and wrap this episode up here. So this is our first look at Valiant Hearts Coming Home. This is Valiant Hearts 2, the sequel to Valiant Hearts The Great War, which is one of my favorite games of the last 10 years. We're just getting started, so this is just off to a beginning. This game, as a reminder, is an exclusive to Netflix customers. It is only available on phone and tablet at the moment. You can download it from the App Store, the Google Play Store, or whatever. And then when you end up going to play the game, you're required to log in to your Netflix account. My hope is that it does come to Steam. The original game was on Steam, is still on Steam, and was also on mobile, so maybe at some point the exclusivity window with Netflix will come to an end, but for the moment, it is available only to Netflix customers and only on mobile devices. Let me know if you want to see more of this. We'll probably play at least one more. This was taken from a live stream on my Twitch channel the other night, but let me know if you want to see more than that, if you're interested in seeing more than that. Until next time, however, this is the Historical Gamer saying once again, thank you very much for watching, and until next time, I'm out. Bye-bye.